So brothers, diabetes in short is high sugar in the bloodstream. And there's two reasons, there's usually two reasons for that. Either lack of insulin or resistant to insulin. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas, which exists in the abdomen. So if the blood sugar is high in the bloodstream, the insulin is used by the body to bring the glucose inside the cells, inside the blood cells that they are used to generate energy. But the fault in diabetes that the body isn't able to get the blood glucose inside the cells because there is either low insulin, like in diabetes type 1, or there is resistance to insulin, like in diabetes type 2. Therefore, due to this fault, the blood glucose will be high in the bloodstream. So the glucose will be higher in the bloodstream than it is in the cells. So the cells will lack energy and the bloodstream will contain a lot of glucose. So this fault will lead to symptoms including excessive thirst, because the body will use this defense mechanism to bring the blood sugar down, so that your body will tell you that you're very, very thirsty. Yeah? So you then try to drink a lot of water. And when you actually drink a lot of water, this will then lead to you passing a lot of urine. These are two important symptoms of diabetes. One is drinking a lot of water. Two is passing a lot of urine. Blurred vision can also be a symptom of diabetes. So there is two types, like I say, for diabetes. The type 1 diabetes, there is no insulin or close to zero insulin in the body. In this type of diabetes, the patient or the person will actually lose weight. They will be losing a lot of weight. Whereas in type 2 diabetes, the type which is caused by resistance to insulin, the person will have an increased weight. Yeah? Because increased body weight will cause resistance to insulin. The body will not be able to use the insulin. The insulin will exist in the body, but the body will not be able to use the insulin properly. And another reason, so the reason for diabetes type 1 normally is genetic or inheritance, yeah? Or autoimmune, to be more accurate. Autoimmune is the body, it attacks itself. So the body will attack the pancreas, whereby the insulin is produced. The body will attack this pancreas, leading to destruction of the cells which produce the insulin. Yeah? So this will lead to using up the insulin. In type 2 diabetes, there's multi-factors for type 2 diabetes. One is genetic factor. The other factor is insulin resistance, which is caused by increased weight and lack of exercise. So the importance of this, and the message to take home of this lecture is, what are the symptoms of diabetes? And what do I actually do if I have these symptoms? So the main symptoms, like I say, of diabetes is drinking a lot of water, feeling excessively thirsty, passing a lot of urine, and losing weight if it's type 1 diabetes. If it's type 2, it may be like the weight will be stable. And in fact, the person may have gained some weight, which have led to developing type 2 diabetes. One other symptom is blurred vision. So if you actually have any of these symptoms, brother, it's important that you see your GP, because there's a blood test they could do. It's called HbA1c. So this blood test measures how much blood sugar on your red blood cells, because the lifespan of the red blood cells in your body is about 3 months. So this blood test measures the blood sugar which is carried out by these blood cells in the last 3 months. So it's a very good indicator. So that's one thing to do. The other thing to do is actually to think about what prevention measures which we could all take to help prevent us from having diabetes. One important one, like I've mentioned earlier, is to actually try to not build excessive weight, try to lose some weight. And this could be by simple measures, simple everyday measures, like, for example, monitoring what type of food you are eating, whether it's high calorie food, whether it's low calorie food, and also introducing more vegetables and low calorie food to your diet. Because vegetables is very, very useful for your diet. It actually also helps the body to regulate the release of glucose. Yeah? That's one important thing. The other important thing also is introducing exercise to your lifestyle. The recommended amount of exercise nowadays is about 150 minutes per week. So you could do the math. So it's about 25 minutes per day. So if you can't, for whatever reason, you have health reason, or you have like arthritis, or you're finding it difficult, you can start by like few minutes and build it up every day. That's an important